Vi ult, Ahri ult, Rumble ult, everything goes in, and then everyone is clumping up and kind of like trying to defend this and whatever, and you just kind of create
Turn
chaos.
the bodyguards on
exactly. You just throw
Vulcan
the...
is then stepping up here, trying to square up against Isles and Berserker in the 2v2. Berserker does have the white gun, very good for scrapping, but Gravitum there with the purple, not quite as useful. APA goes in, Unraveled Earth into the seismic shove. No, Blabber wanted to get the stun, but the shove had already missed. Now C9 trying to get themselves away as Blabber will be the sacrificial lamb. Saint shows up, Blabber goes down, first blood over to Lyon. The charm misses, trying to make it a 2-for-0, but Lyon will happily walk away with that kill.
Yeah, really well played by Lyon. And that's a pretty big punish. You don't even get the flash off of Berserker. You're going to lose the Dragon. First blood goes over to Saint. And this is that roam that they try to make happen. And they kind of just did the combo in the inverse way, where it was like APA threw the seismic shove, and then Blabber tried to flash stun him in the seismic shove, but the flash had already come out. If there is a fight breaking out, might be here.
Okay, immediately Saint and Inspired going in after Sven. They charm him up, but they can't quite burst him down. Beautiful protection coming in from C9 as APA and Vulcan come to the rescue. Inspired's going to be knocked out through the bailout, and Lyon have overplayed their hand. Saint tries to get away as Vulcan goes forward for the Winter's Bite, and APA picks up another. Grand Starfall coming in from Blabber, but Isles is able to escape for now. Here with a flash follow-up from Blabber's not going to allow him to get all the way home. Send the news of their demise. Lyon go behind enemy lines, and they aren't coming back.
Hey, Bard is not a bad ban, but Braum looking pretty so well to it. If the Q flash hits, I think he just insta-dies, and it's a completely different story. But the fact that he doesn't insta-die, and he gets to channel a full culling into Inspired, who spent his flash, like that was game-changing. And now APA, they just fought to the death. He just takes him down. Slow, the Q slow, the passive stun. Like there's so many ways for him to be able to apply it, and it kind of turns him into a mini enchanter.
Okay, nice seismic shove from APA here on Saint. Follow-up coming in from Blabber. He ends up taking the kill on it, but that was all APA's. Okay, Isaac, what do tanks like in League of Legends? They like to resist damage. So you just build a shield, a tank needs a shield, and then 4 items that resist damage.
I mean, it's just a cold winter's day. He's got 2 vests, 2 cloaks.
1 vest for your front, 1 vest for your back.
Yeah.
1 cloak for your front,
Layers.
1 cloak for your back. 1 dead AD carry in the mid lane as Berserker gets bulldozed. The Herald gets summoned up. The Tier 1 turret falls. Tier 1 turret's about to die in the top lane at the same time from APA's split push. Those 3 Void Grubs I mentioned earlier, that down payment, dividends are coming in, and C9 is up to almost a 3,500 gold lead 16.5 minutes into the game.
Yeah, it feels like the wheels are kind of falling off a little bit here for Ding.
Sven just sees Thanatos' inventory. He wants to have some of that kind of fun, you know? He just wants to build some resistances. Sometimes that's all a man needs on a nice weekend afternoon.
This is going to be like a record for latest item completion. You know, we used to do the tracking of
the fastest one?
Fastest. He's going for the slowest.
Hey man, a world record is a world record. It doesn't matter how you achieve it.
He's out of inventory spots, so the real problem is he has to build something now, you know? He has to make an item. Unless he wants to sell his boots to buy another cloak, which I would respect.
Honestly, you got to sell boots to buy another belt. Then you have 2 of each defensive item.
Full build!
And then you're full build. Inspire tries to go in after APA, who immediately drops the stasis, flashing back out, trying to survive. Vulcan will be your sacrificial lamb, but a nice stun onto Inspired, looking to trade 1 back. Calling flies through, Inspired is low. Bailout is on him, but it ain't gonna save him. Make it a 1-for-1. Lyon sent the whole damn kitchen sink, but now it's Thanatos looking to make some renovations. He's not gonna find his way to the kitchen just yet, but C9 will happily trade 1-for-1 on that one.
I mean, that was a 4v2 for what felt like 20 seconds, and they could barely get through the Braum, so things are looking tough. And I got an update from production that after APA trash talk Saint in all chat, Berserker had to mute him. So he forgot the preview.
Pushes for the Tier 1 turret top. C9 saying, all right, sure, Tier 1, take it. We're going Tier 2.
Yep, exactly. They're just going Tier 2, mid, as well as that bot push. And Dokla on top, maybe.
Oh, that is just immediately. Dokla stepped 1 inch too far forward, and C9 sat him down and showed him why you can't do it.
Yeah, that is tough. I mean, both these 80 carries
click on the link pinned in chat for their chance to win $50 in RP. We've got our Lucian with Essence Reaver, Infinity Edge, Navori. This dude is so...
It's just tough.
I mean, Renata's ulti walks slower than some champions do, right? So if you're going the same direction that the ulti is, you're probably going to beat it in a foot race.
And Braum has already blocked it, you know, once or twice this game. Like, that's another thing that makes it really difficult.
All right, Baron's been started up by C9. They've got it very, very low, but Lyon is on the approach. Baron down, smited by Blabber. C9 on the retreat right now. Saint and the rest of Lyon trying to catch up, see if there's anything they can find here, but no, they're too late to the play. They were caught unawares, and C9...
Some of that Baron buff, but now C9 back to the scene of the crime. You have to think this tower is going to go down.
Back to the scene of the crime for even more crime. The sequel is even better than the original for
Double
C9.
Jeopardy, can't charge them twice.
Oh yeah, they've got this one taken care of, no problem. Tier 2 turret falls, C9 up 5,000 gold. And between all of the praises that we were giving him giving Inspired last game for his timing on being able to spell shield APA's Azir shuffles, APA now has the chance to pay it back with the timing on these stasis plays, and honestly, he's doing a good job with it. Weaver's Wall to buy the opportunity to fire into the turrets here. The tier 3 line under pressure as that bottom lane tier 3 turret is about to collapse. Double cannon minions empowered with Baron, nearly enough to bring it down. Berserker does clear out that last cannon in time, but C9 is not done yet with the siege. 20 seconds remain until the soul spawns. The Baron just now expires as they force down the tier 3. So C9 takes this opportunity. They got exactly what they needed to. They broke the base defenses with the last wave of Baron. Now they control the Drake.
Yeah, and look at the vision. There's no vision deep on the map for Lyon. This is what makes it so difficult, is to have this soul spawning right after the Baron expires, because Baron is up, you were just locked into your base, you can't get out on the map, and then all of a sudden you have to try to get over to the Dragon. They're not even going to bother contesting. Look where Inspired is. He's in the top lane side brush, hoping maybe I can find a pick on someone, look for something, because they know no shot can you walk in blind and actually try to take that away from C9. If you walk in blind there, you're going to die, and they will just walk down bot lane with that open inhib and probably end the game.
Bottom lane is Australia. Inspired is having a nice Canadian vacation right now, not going anywhere near where all of the crocodiles live. That crocodile is claimed. Now APA stepping up towards the brush, not going to hit Inspired with it. Immediate stasis yet again as he tries to flash away. Thanatos is coming in looking to defend his mid. Saint's likely going to be first to die here. The bailout is going to bring him back, but he just dies right again. Lyon looking to make their play with the numbers advantage. Blabber is taking low. Guardian Angel going to bring him back. Thanatos is fighting for his life, drain tanking everybody, but Berserker knocks him down. C9 scrambling, trying to get something back. Sven's the only damage. They got to try to protect him. The calling, firing into Dokla, but it's being blocked by minions. Sven is still looking to salvage this, but a huge play from Lyon. Gets 3 for 1.
Yeah, and how much more can they get? You know, that just took about 2-3K off of the gold lead, and there's bounties up. Berserker's going to farm these plates, farm this tower, and they see Sven and Vulcan over here. They could maybe even get more.
Berserker's also got Crescendum. Remember, White Gun Aphelios. This is one of the very unique champions in the game.
Reinforce that they're not yet on that same level as the C9s and TLs potentially. So it would be huge if they could come back in this game.
Blabber and APA. Waiting, seeing if there's maybe a play to try to make here. Vulcan, Glacial Fissure doesn't find a whole lot, just a knock up there onto Dokla. Inspired in the chicken pit. Doesn't see damage onto the Baron, about halfway dead already. C9 are now the ones tasked with stopping the objective. Lyon called the bluff, and C9 are now forced to scramble. Baron down to 3,000 HP, and Lyon are going to take the Baron and take the lead.
Nicely done. Lyon just pushed
Fissure
them out
and die. That's pretty much the lot that you are dealt if you're going to fight with this much health. C9 still posturing around the area, keeping an eye on Lyon, who are starting the objective up yet again. Berserker will shred this thing if you give him the chance. Dokla is back in the base, here for Lyon, trying to clear out the massive wave of minions. C9 has all 5 players here. Elder Drake down to 7,000. Weaver's Wall going to cut off Lyon. Inspired charging up the Vault Breaker as Thanatos and Blabber go into the back line. They're looking to force Berserker away. The Dragon's still at 5,000 HP. Thanatos looking to put the pressure on, but he's already down. Resurrection coming in here through the Guardian Angel. Berserker wants Inferno multi. Blabber's here on the front line. He's about to be dropped into Guardian Angel now as well. Lyon running. C9 staying alive somehow for now. Only Thanatos is truly dead.
Yeah, Thanatos is down. He will have TP, but he's not up for 45 seconds. C9 needs to try to delay. They only knocked down Inspired, and he just lost the GA. Berserker was so low, but didn't even die. Blabber's going back to base, has no ult, so he's rushing out, and Lyon are right onto the Elder.
Lyon starting this up. They burned it down to about half HP. C9 have to force them back. There's no jungler here for the C9 side, but a nice seismic shove! It's APA and he found Saint! Now Dokla's gonna try to find some damage right back the other way as Sven needs auto attacks. He lands a couple. He's trying to kite him out, and he finds a second kill. Berserker looking for his way into the C9 lines, but no. Berserker gets knocked into the Guardian Angel. Blabber jumps back forward. A triple kill over his Ven. Berserker's alive, but the spear is ready to find his heart. Double kill over to Blabber. Ace, C9.
That's going to be the game. They're just going to TP in and end it. APA steps up when they need him most, finds the seismic shove to win the game.
The week 1 player of the week, the mid laner on a brand new team, right when it looks like C9 might have fumbled game 2, APA finds the seismic shove. It's a faster one than game number 1. It's a Cloud9 2-0, and they're gonna love the way this week 2 looks.
What a finish to that one. Explosive game 2. It looked like Lyon was just going to get blown out in the second game, but they made some great plays, able to pull themselves back in it, keep it really close.